Hi, I'm Marie from CrochetAtoZ. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so now. And if you have subscribed, thank you. And thank you for all being here. I really appreciate it. And I want to show you this really gorgeous stitch. Same on both sides. It's called the 3D wave stitch. And it is just beautiful. I just love this stitch. And that was made with a big twist twinkle yarn I bought it in Joann's, and it's by Big Twist, and it's 97% acrylic and 3% polyester, and it does have a really nice twinkle to it. It's a really nice yarn. It's a 4 medium weight yarn, and I'm going to show you how to do this and how easy this is. So what we're going to do is, this is your working chain. This is your slip knot, not considered a chain for those of you that have never crocheted before. So I just want to say that first. And what we have to do is we have to do multiples of 3. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 until you get to your desired length. So now what we're going to do is yarn over in the 5th chain from the hook, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to put a double crochet. Now you have 2, because this is considered a double crochet as well. And now what we're going to do is we're going to double crochet right across. So in every stitch you're going to do a double crochet until you get to the end. And like I said, this is really an easy pattern. It just looks like it's not. You can make a lot of things with this. Afghans, baby Afghans, you know, a nice shawl. There's a lot of things you can make with this. So here we go. We're going to just keep going. And I am using an eye hook, because that's what the yarn requires. In the other, I used an H. The yarn required that. So depending on what your yarn is, that's what you'll use. And depending on what you're making, that will be what the stitch will mean, how many stitches you have, just as long as you stay within that 3 plus 3 plus 3. So there's, see, and there's your next stitch. So you're not going to skip any stitches. You're going to go right across until you get to the very end. And there we go. And I'm going to take my time with this so that you can follow me, especially if you're following me and you're crocheting at the same time. I want you to be able to follow what I'm doing. I don't like to go through these fast because, as I've said before, I'm a visual person. I know there are a lot of people that are out there that are visual, and because of that, I don't like to rush, because I want you to be able to see how I get there and how you will get there. And once you learn this pattern and it's stuck in your head, and it will be, you will not have to even think about it. You'll just do it. So here we go. And I'm in my last stitch right here. I'm gonna go in. And that's it. So now we're gonna do row 2. We're going to chain 1, 2, 3. We're going to turn this around. This is considered a double crochet. In this chain, we're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Now remember threes. Threes are very important in this pattern. Chain 3. Skip 2 stitches. So skip this one, and in this one you're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Your pattern is going to emerge. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Will you forget to chain 3 sometimes? Yes, you will. Rip it out, go back, chain 3. Not a problem. Okay, 1, 2, 3. We're going to do this right across. So this is going to continue right across. Skip 2, 3 double crochets. Three double crochets. After that, chain 3. So remember, 3 double crochets, chain 3. Right from the beginning. 3 double crochets, chain 3. 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 You're going to have that in your head for this row. Three double crochets. And that's what you're going to say, because that's what I say in my head, even as I'm doing this now. And I want to make something aware. This is going to look kind of weird. That's okay, because it's going to look like it's off. It's going to look like, oh, wow, that's kind of curling. This is going to look like it's curling. That's okay. That's what happens when you first start this. Chain 3. So don't worry about it. Skip 2, 3 double crochets. So just keep in your head, 3 double crochets, chain 3. All right, chain 3. We're going to do this right across. Skip 2, 3 double crochets. This is such a pretty pattern. This would actually be nice in the if you wanted to make it for a beach house or for the beach, or if you have a summer home. This would be nice in the red hot ombre with the blues that I made an afghan with, because it would almost look like ocean ties. So that's what it reminds me of. Chain 3. 1, 2. You're skipping those 2. You're going to go in here and 3 double crochets. Now when you get to the end here, you're going to do a double crochet in what was your chain 3. So right here, you're not going to chain 3 here. You're going to just do your double crochet. So you're going to get that spot. You're going to go in and just do a double crochet. So see what I mean about it looking kind of weird? That's okay. It's going to look like that in the beginning. Now, always chain 3, 1, 2, 3. That gives it the edge, so your edges are nice and straight. You turn your work around after you chain 3, and now this is where your pattern repeat happens. This is all of it. After you chain 3, you're going to, because this is considered your double crochet, in this 1, 2, 3, you're going to go to this one, and you're going to go right in the back, and you're going to do a front post double crochet right there. Now you're going to do another front post double crochet in the same spot, and you're going to do another front post double crochet in the same spot. So you did 3 front post double crochets where you had those 3 double crochets. In that double crochet you did 3 front double crochets. You're going to chain 3. You're going to go into this next one, and you're going to do a front post double crochet. This is your pattern to do the body of this. Whether it's an afghan, whatever it is, this is what you do. You chain 3, and you're going to start seeing, the more you do this, go 1, 2, 3, and you're going to do a front post double crochet. You're going to go right back there, and if you have to turn it sideways, you can, just so that you can see what you're doing. You have to do another front post, and you have to do a third one, all on that same double crochet. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3. You do a front post double crochet. Another one. And another one. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. You repeat this right across. Another front post double crochet. And what I said was that in the beginning that's going to look a little weird, but when you're done and you keep going, it all equals out and it becomes as flat as this and as even as this. So don't be worried when it looks like this, like kind of wanky looking. Not to worry. So now you're going to chain 3. You're going to 1, 2, and you're going to go front post double crochet, right in there again, front post double crochet, and I do have a tutorial on how to make these in case you've never made them before. Front post double crochet. Okay, chain 3. If you forget, you're going to be able to tell. Now, same thing. 1, 2, 3. Same spot, all 3 front post double crochets and that 1 spot. Now chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Last one, front post double crochet, three front posts in the same spot. Do not chain 3, double crochet right here. You're going to start seeing your pattern emerge. Chain 3. Chain 3 counts as a double crochet. Turn your work around. So what are you going to do? You're going to 1, 2, 3, front post double crochet. And you're going to keep doing this into every, I guess, fan or shell stitch, whatever you want to call it. You're going to keep making this. So you're going to know that when you get to your third one, you're going to, you're going to count across, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Chain 3, 2, 3, double crochet, double crochet, double crochet. That's the one you go in for your front post double crochet. And you make 3 right in that spot. I think I'm going to do this in that blue that I was talking about, that ombre, the blue red hot, because it would really look pretty and it'd be like ocean waves. 1, 2, 3. Again, right here. And this is going to be for every row you do till you get to the end. And then at the end, I'm going to show you how you finish it off, because I'll show you what the changes for when you end it, so that your beginning basically matches your end. Chain 3. And see how you're starting to see that now? See how the wave is coming in? If you look at it on the other side, you can start seeing your wave. And if you don't chain 3, you're gonna know, and I'll show you what I mean by that. And you just have to remember that you've just got to do a front post double crochet on that fan, or if you want to call it on that shell. And like I said, you'll be able to do this honestly with your eyes closed, because if you're watching a movie or something, you'll be able to do this because you'll get so used to doing it that you will know what your next step is, because this is your repeat. This is your repeat, and it's just such a great pattern. And it looks scarier than it is. So if you don't, now I'm going to show you if you forget something. If you forget to chain 3, this is what's going to happen. All you have to do is look and you can tell you've made a mistake. So don't worry if you skip a stitch, you're going to know. Chain 3. So don't ever worry, oh, no. You will know that you skipped a stitch. You'll know that you skipped a part of it. You'll know if you skipped doing the front post double crochet because you won't feel that thickness that you need for that spot. You'll know. So no worries. This you can do without worrying that you're going to, make a mistake. You'll be fine. So, see what I'm saying? There's 2 right there. You can tell that you've done. So let me show you again, because I always like to show. You chained your 3. I always like to show so that in case you're going and you say, oh my, I think I, 1, 2, I think I made a mistake. You're going to be able to tell, just like those chains, you're going to be able to tell when you've made a mistake. It's going to be right there. So there's your 3. You're going to tell, if you didn't go into the right one, you're going to be able to see it. Because it's going to pop right out at you that you didn't go into the right one. So if you went into this one instead, you're going to know. You're going to know by positioning. You're going to know, see what I'm talking about? Because when you pull this to one side and you pull it up and forward, it sticks out. So you're going to know if you didn't put the proper stitches in there. It's all relevant. And you're going to know. See what I mean? You can tell. Chain 3. So if you miss and skip a step by accident, you put it down, you walk away, you go back, you're going to be able to tell where you're at. You're not going to lose your spot. You're not going to be able to say, well, I put this down tonight and then tomorrow I'm not going to tell where I began and ended. You will. You'll be able to tell. And what I suggest is at the end of the night, if you're finished, just put one of these stitch markers and put it in there. And this way here, it holds your spot so nothing pulls out. I always do that when I'm making something. I always use a stitch marker. And that holds my spot so that nothing gets pulled out. You may pick it up and take it somewhere or pull it and it, so don't worry that. This is a good way not to worry. You just put that on there and it holds your spot. So see what I mean? That's your double crochet. That's another one. You're always going to know that you're going to go in there. That's why I always like to mention that. And I like to show you what I mean when I say not to worry. Crochet is supposed to be fun and relaxing. So if you make a mistake, it's okay. You can pull it out. Those of us have been crocheting a long time. Those of us who have been crocheting a short time, whatever how long you've been doing this, everybody makes mistakes. At the end here, you do not do a chain 3. You just go into this and you're going to make a double crochet at the end. Now I want to show you how this looks. See, your wave is starting to come in. Your wave is starting to come in. You're going to always chain 3 all the time. Turn it around. Always remember that your chain 3 is going to count as a double crochet in the end. Then you're going to continue and you're going to go into this double crochet and you're going to make your front post double crochet, and you're going to continue this again till the end. depending on how loose or how you crochet, is 1, 2, 3, because everybody crochets differently, so it might be a little looser when you crochet. That's fine. Then it'll just be easier for you to get in and out of stitches. I crochet tightly. Sometimes it's a little more difficult. It's just the way I do things. This is the way I crochet. Neither one is wrong. Chain 3. And again, a front post double crochet. And we're going to do 3 in that spot, right on that same double crochet. I have a band-aid on and my hook keeps getting kind of stuck to it. Chain 1, 2, 3. So excuse me for, again, and like I said, I just love this stitch. I just think it's so gorgeous. And I really believe that depending on the type of yarn you use, you just get different variation. And that's why I wanted to show it to you in that yarn with that little bit of a twinkle to it. And then I wanted to show it to you in this yarn as well. And I think it's just as pretty as, but I wanted to show you what it would look like. So again, we're going to chain 1, 2, 3. We're going to go into the next one. And we're going to make the front post double crochets. I have never done 3 front post double crochets into a double crochet ever. This is my first time I've ever done it, and I find it a really interesting technique, a real interesting stitch. I just thought it was really, I was like, this is really pretty. And it's really different. And it really is 3D. When you look at it, yeah, it really does give. Now see, you're going to have to go in there one more time. It really does give a 3D look. I got to go out of this again because it's a little too, there we go. And you're going to be able to tell the tension if you've gone in and you need more, so you'll be able to tell that as well. So now you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. You'll be able to tell if your tension is, if you're holding too tight, like I was, you'll be able to tell that you just got to loosen up a little bit so that you can, and like I said, if you need to, you can go this way and hold it so that you can see how you're going in there. If it makes it easier for you, you hold it the way it makes it easy for you to do these 3 front post double crochets on that 1 double crochet. So make it so that it makes it easier for you to do that. Now you don't chain 3, and you're going to make a double crochet in this last stitch. So again, this is what it looks like And it's going to see how it's starting to flatten out, and it's getting flatter as you go along. And this is what it'll look like when you keep going. Now, say you're at the end and you want to finish off whatever it is you're making. Let's say it's a blanket, even a shawl. Now we're going to look at this, and this is what I want you to see how pretty the pattern is. And if you were coming to the end and you made all your rows and you were finishing off, I'm going to show you how to finish off your work. You're going to chain 3 as usual. You're going to turn your work around, and you want to notice that, see how where you did your front post double crochets, they really pop. So you're going to make front post double crochets like you did in the other rows. Say all your other rows of your, say your Afghan, and you made all your front post double crochets. So you're going to do 3 like you did in all the other rows. You're not going to chain. You're going to go into your next front post double crochet and make 3 more front post double crochets in that one spot of the cluster of 3. So you're going to go across, no chain 3. This is your last 2 rows of whatever it is you made, whether it's an Afghan or you made a shawl. This is the way you finish off the last 2 rows. No chain 3. Again, you go in there and you make your front post double crochets. This is really great. And you're going to keep going. Again, no chain 3. And if you make these front post double crochets and you find that you're a little tight, you're going to know to kind of back off and make it a little looser. So don't be afraid that if you're having a hard time, just pull it out, because that just means you've got to go a little looser in the way you're holding your yarn and your crochet hook. So that is not going to matter. No worries. You'll just loosen it up a little bit so that you can get into that area to make these front post double crochets. And because you're making 3 in one spot, it's really, and like if you have to turn this, like I said before, feel free to turn it and face you so that it makes it easier for you to work them. That is not a problem. It's not wrong. It's fine. So no chain 3. You're going to go, say, into your last one in your long row of whatever it is you made. Again, the 3rd time. And then when you get to the top, you're going to make your last double crochet. And you can tell if you've got a spot, and you can tell if you missed something. Chain 3. Your chain 3 always counts as a double crochet. So now you go into the next, and you're going to keep making double crochets right across. In I want to show you, every stitch, you're going to just make double crochets. And I'm going to show you why you end this way. You end with these 2 rows like this, because it's going to give you a more finished look from your bottom and your top. And I always like to do that if I can. So it's going to just give you, and I'll show you what I mean, because you can see it in the bottom of this one. My dog is very happy. She's squeaking her toys and running around. She's my sidekick when I crochet. That's my little, her name is Angel. She's a Shih Tzu. She's under 12 pounds and lots of fun. So sometimes you'll hear her squeaking her toys. Sometimes she might bark. She hears something. So if you hear that in the background, that's my little Angel running around having some fun. And she really does make our life great. So here we go. And the front of this, again, is the same as the back. It doesn't look any different. Now, always kind of see, because you see you still have that double crochet there. You've got to make sure you go into that double crochet. Because sometimes I'll get an email and I'll say, why is my pattern not going the right way? Sometimes if you miss a stitch or 2, that will do that. And if you miss these last 2 stitches, it'll throw it off. So there it is. So this is what I mean by finishing off the same way in the bottom as you did on the top. You want to finish off the same way at the top that you did at the bottom. It just gives it a nice even look. Sometimes I know you can't do that, but with this pattern you can. So those were all double crochets, and that's what they are at the top, and it just gives it a nice clean finished when you finish your pattern. Here's the one and here's the other one. And I hope you liked this video tutorial of this really gorgeous 3D wave stitch. I really love it. It's just so pretty, and I wanted to share it with you today. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please like and please subscribe. I really appreciate your subscription. It would be really nice to have you with us every time I put something out, so that you can you don't miss a tutorial. So this is Maria from CrochetAtoZ. Thank you for being here, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Have a great day, and again, subscribe. Thank you, and see you again soon.